Hey Queen, welcome back. So, we're going to be talking about desperate behaviors. Okay. So, one of my clients, she asked me, like, hey, Monica, she said, if I say that I'm looking for marriage, isn't that going to make me sound desperate? I'm like, what I am most concerned with is that you behave desperate, that you are desperate. So, voicing or owning your desires making you desperate? Hey, like my dream is to be married one day. How is that desperate to and again, this is a very common question. To own your desire and be unapologetic about it. This is literally one of the biggest things that make you be confident. Yeah. To own your desires, be unapologetic, and, take it or leave it. So, how can that ever make you sound desperate? But we're going to talk about what makes you be desperate. Like, what are some things that are truly desperate? Well, not some things. I'm going to talk about one thing in particular. So, imagine that you don't want to sound desperate, but a guy tells you, like, oh, let's move in together. And you are literally desperate to either not be alone, to either get help paying your bills, to have some company, or desperate enough to moving with someone so that maybe you can convince him to marry you down the road or to be with you forever down the road, right? So instead of keeping your eyes in your acceptable level of commitment, or not acceptable, but in the level of commitment that you truly want, you are desperate enough to lower your standards and accept moving in with someone without any type of commitment and, yeah, lowering your standards. What is more, and this is not to judge anyone here. It's not to judge anyone here, but if we're talking about desperation and what are some things that are like desperate, right? Not to me, not to me, but like to the men that you are, dating or going out with, right? Because you move in with someone and more often than not, it backfires. This is baby smiling at me. It it backfires and it ends up in a train wreck and not in the level of commitment that you were looking for, right? Like, why did why does he buy things for himself and never for you? Like, well, no wonder, because he's using you as a roommate, right? So, so yeah, girls, I just want to talk about that particular topic and really think about what are some things that truly, make you not even sound desperate, but like come across as desperate, right? So, how can owning your desires and, being true to you be desperate? Like, help me understand, like, what's desperate is lowering your standards because deep down, so I'm thinking about this example of a girl that I know. It's like she she wanted to get married all along, accepted to be roommates with her boyfriend for 12, 13 plus 14 years. And then finally he, asked her for marriage. So it's like, well, if marriage is not important to you, Why are you even doing it? And why are you so excited about it? Why are you screaming in all over the freaking roofs and everywhere? How happy you are you're getting married, and why is it such a big deal when you said it wasn't important to you in the first place? Like, make it make sense. And you know, like a lot of the stuff I say in this channel is because women deep down, pretty much all of them, if they're healthy, they, you know, dream about an engagement ring and the wedding and being proposed to and the romantic proposals. Like, women that are normal and healthy for the most dream about those things. And then to not sound desperate, they go along with all these things. And again, this is not to bash women. This is for us to really think about being true to us and having, respecting your own standards and, uh, being actually confident, which is owning your desires and being unapologetic about it. Right? So, because again, the women who say that marriage is not important, like, help me understand why you're celebrating like crazy and spending 200K on a wedding. Why now it is important, like 50 years after, right? So anyway, yeah, don't be afraid to own your desires, queen. Please don't. Queens are unapologetic about their desires and things, right? So I'll see you in the next. Bye.